Good morning, everybody. Johnny Thomason here. It's now time for the community information interview. All right, everybody, get ready. You're not going to believe who is on the phone with us here at the Kingdom Keys Network. We have one of the biggest, I guess you'd say, Christian happening things in America, probably the world. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Lecrae. Lecrae is on the line with me. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I appreciate you.
Man, thank you for calling in. I mean, I know you're a busy man, and you have a tour actually starting. It's going to be kicking off here in Amarillo, February the 9th. Yeah. How excited are you about that?
I'm excited, and I'm really excited about being, in Texas, which I say everywhere I go, it's the greatest country in the world. That's not a misquote. Texas
Absolutely.
Is the greatest country in the world.
Absolutely.
So, no, it's home. I'm a Texas boy through and through.
That's great. You live in Atlanta. You have a wife and 3 children. Are you from Texas originally?
From Texas, born in Houston, and spent my final days there, and in Dallas Fort Worth area. My mom still lives out there, and my sister as well. So.
Oh, okay.
Texas.
All right, yay! Not a whole lot of people know that. Anyway, you're about to kick off this. It's called the 2016 Higher Learning Tour, and it's going to be to 32 cities. And we're the first.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm just excited. Higher Learning Tour, which is to inspire people, to help them to really live created to be. And, I think a lot of the particularly college students, those are the most world-impacting people you'll ever meet. And if they get inspired, watch out.
Absolutely. Well, I got a deal here. It says you're known for your music, the music message that you have. It frequently is at odds with your hip-hop peers. Can you explain to our listeners what that means?
Absolutely. I think, as I say, and the earth is the Lord's and everything therein. So, it belongs to God. And I feel like, if you just kind of leave it alone, if you just say, oh, well, we'll just let hip-hop talk about whatever it wants to talk about, well, you're not really using it for what it could be used for. And for me, I feel like there's an opportunity to give messages of hope and inspiration, to not be misogynistic, to not glorify violence or anything negative, and that's really what my aim is when I create music.
That is cool. Now I'm gonna tell our listeners, because we have a unique group of listeners. Actually, the listeners we have to the Kingdom Keys Network are probably not typically going to listen to Lecrae, so to speak. I mean, unless they purpose to. Does that make sense? So you're talking to a different group of people. Let me tell them just a little bit about you. I should have done this at the first, but once I begin talking about what you've done and what you have accomplished, then they'll say, okay, yeah. Anyway, you have a 2-time Grammy award-winning hip-hop artist whose 2014 album, Anomaly.
Anomaly.
Yes, Anomaly. It was number 1 on the Billboard Top 200. Rap, the digital, the Christian, the gospel, and the independent charts. Lecrae's 7 studio albums and 2 mixtapes have sold, listen to this, audience, 1.7 million copies to date. Lecrae has been nominated for 5 Grammy Awards, including a win in 2013 for Best Gospel Album and Best Contemporary Christian Music Performance / Song in 2015, as well as he has won 7 Dove Awards, won a Billboard Music Award, won 2 Soul Train Music Awards, and a BET Hip Hop Awards nomination. Now that right there says a whole lot about your character, about what you've done and you've accomplished. And I wanted to share that with the audience. I know it took a little bit of time, but like I said, you're speaking to a different group. And
Sure.
Saying all of that, the influence that you have now, and then saying all of this tour that you're going on, the name of the tour, and you're specifically targeting college campuses, I have a question. What is the message? I know what the music is. I've listened to the music. We're going to air some music on our Music with a Message program that we do. And well, we have in the past. We've played some of the stuff you've put out, and the message. I want to know what the message is.
Well, before I say the message, 3 awards that are not listed. And those are the most important awards that I think I've had, and that is David, Amaya, and Landon. And those are my 3 children. So those are the 3 that get left off the list a lot of times. But the message that I am really trying to communicate, especially to college students, is, the world has been changed through and through by 18 to 25-year-olds. All the big movements that have happened in history have been with that age demographic. And if you can light a fire underneath in the hearts and the minds of an 18 to 25-year-old, they can literally change the world and set the world on fire. And so that's the hope, is for them to be exactly who they were created to be, to inspire the world in every field of human endeavor, whether that's law, whether that is arts, or whether that is teaching, that they can use their influence to change this world, to leave a lasting mark that will continue on forever. And that's really the hope and their goal.
Wow, that's good. That's wonderful. Hey, you mentioned your 3 children and your wife. Will they be traveling with you?
You know what? To some of the events, they absolutely will. Obviously, 2 of them are in school, so it makes it a little bit difficult. But wherever they have the opportunity to, they love to come out and support.
Oh, that's great, man. I love to hear it when a man goes out to do what he does and his family's with him. It just makes it so much better.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, let me ask you a question.
More.
This tour is going to be good, and it's going to be wonderful and important. Are you, or do you have any plans to do music with anybody else? Because I've noticed in the past, when you've done music with other artists, say like for King and Country and Andy Mineo and stuff like that, it seems like we're getting like 2 good things in one, and it's really special. I mean, I like that. I think that
yeah.
It's like what, having your cake and icing and eating it and having the party in the works.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I have some big plans. I'm working on my album as we speak, and I have a really, really, really big collaboration that as actually more than one. I have a couple of them that are really exciting, and so I can't wait for people to get their ears on it.
Oh, that is so cool. Now, I've read somewhere where we're going to have a memoir titled Unshamed.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yes. Just completed a book, my first book, called Unashamed, and it really chronicles my life and what it means to be unashamed, to stand firm in your faith in the midst of a world that, can kind of create a lot of harsh realities. I talk about what it's like growing up, and experiencing fatherlessness, abuse, and neglect, but yet and still having, a great support system and people who are fighting for me, and having to navigate through all of that. So hopefully it'll be an inspiration to people around the world to know that they're made with purpose, with worth, and with dignity, and that they can that they don't have to be ashamed of their past or ashamed of their failures.
Man, that's good. That's good stuff. Okay, listen, the book is available now for pre-order. You can go to www.unashamedbook.com. Man, Lecrae, we thank you so much for hollering at us. We appreciate your time. We value that time. I'd like to mention to everybody one more time, he'll be here in Amarillo, Texas. That's coming up February the 9th. You can go ahead and get your tickets now. It's going to be at the Amarillo Civic Center. Lecrae, who's going to be coming with you?
I have a great host of friends coming with me, wonderful live musicians, DJ Promote, who loves to, get the party started, and, one of my good buddies, Propaganda, who is an incredible writer, poet, and artist. So he'll be out on the road with me as well. So stay tuned. It'll be fun. Man,
we appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you. We're glad you're starting this in Amarillo, Texas. Folks, go to Lecrae.com. He's got a Facebook page. He has Twitter. You can find the tickets on that website. Thank you so much.
Thank you.